Good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. How about this? Honda. I've been up to Damrells again. I love these little Hondas. What do you think? Love the colour. Love the colour. These pegs are a bit high for me, but whatever. Anyway, this is the 2026 NX500. What do you think? Are you interested, eh? Do you want to see Lofty ride this 2026 NX500? I can't wait. See you in a minute. Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. About this up at Damrells. What do you think of this cracking blue? What sort of blue's that? It's like a titanium blue. Anyway, it's the NX500 E clutch 2026 model. Let's give this a bit of thrash. So we've got the usual venerable dash. We've got no modes, I don't think, on this one. It's traction control off or traction control on. It's got throttle cables. So I'd be interested to see how well the quick shifting system works. So first gear. Well, that went in smooth, didn't it? Here we go. Right, pegs feel high. After just riding the Transalp, this feels quite dinky in comparison. Smaller gear lever, tucked in slightly. Obviously not got the power the Transalp's got, because that's a 750. That gearbox is nice, smooth. Yeah, can't fault that. Yeah, and a blipper. We're clear. Nice bike, this NX. But I've got to say, it does feel a little bit on the small side for me. The handlebars are slightly narrower and they're pulled back slightly. The gear lever's tucked in against the engine, but it's okay. Brakes feel okay. Let's take it around the island. Drops in nicely. Needs a little bit of steering input just to bring it round. Drop it into second halfway round. How good's that? Who needs a clutch? I keep saying that. You'll get fed up of me saying that. Who needs a clutch? So, 5,000 revs. It's got a bit more poke than me Himalayan. These are about 46 brake horsepower, I believe. Anyway, shall we have a look? Here we go. What do you think then? Lofty's here. Let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing you notice, it's a lot smaller than the Transalp. Narrower, dinkier, lower. Okay? As you know, I'm 6'5", 16 and a half stone. So, it's a bit of a shock after being on that big, lovely Transalp, because the pegs feel quite low. The cutaway, fabulous. I can get my heels on, toes on, balls on, you name it. That's not bad at all, is it really? I suppose if you was on a big, long tour and you got dicky knees, you'd start to feel it. But to be honest, how many of these are going to go on tour? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past people taking it on tour. It's a cracking bike. Really is. Shall we have a look a bit closer? What do you think then? I've got to say, I do like this colour. It's a funny bluey, grey, titanium-y colour, and I like it. Black and blue. Really do like it. What do you think? Nice front end. It's not really altered since 2024 when they bought this out with the new forks and the twin discs. It's basically the same bike, but it's like everything now in this Honda range. It's coming with this little device. E-clutch. That's the one. E-clutch. One thing you don't need anymore is a clutch lever. Okay, it's got one. Does it need one? Personally, I don't think so. But for you out there who want to do this, for those of you out there who are interested in this real good control, I like a lot of control, you can use the clutch. How about that? No problem at all. Anyway, let's get the stats and have a look. So this is a brand new bike for 2026. Okay, it is a 2024 model with an E-clutch, but it's a brand new bike. You can only buy it with an E-clutch. So it is the Honda NX500 with the venerable 471cc, liquid-cooled 8-valve parallel twin. 47 brake horsepower, perfect for you A2 people, at 8,600 revs, and 31 foot-pound at 6,500. That ain't bad, is it? 17.5 litres of fuel, you should get 80 to the gallon. Honest, I'm not joking, you should get 80 to the gallon. It's got a standard seat really around the 830 millimetres, and it's 196 kilos wet. Brilliant, isn't it? Let's have a close-up of the dash. As you can see, it's the same basic generic dash they're putting on most of these bikes. There are no modes on this because it has got cable throttle. So for them to get the auto blip and everything working is amazing. We've got hydraulic, span adjustable levers. So we've got an isolator switch, hazard warning, and an old-fashioned push to start. Generic mirrors. They're not so tall as on the Africa Twin and the Hornets, but they're okay. We have a key. We like a key. Fantastico. Coming across, we've got the same generic style mirrors, and we've got a cable-operated clutch. But you don't need it. Anyway, so pass light. We got the traction control off and on. We got the blade for operating the dash. Little horn. Indicator button, not bad at all. So, shall we switch it on? There's the isolator on. There we go, that's the old favourite 500. Feel a little bit of vibes, not too much. And from the pipe, it's all good, innit? It's the same old engine, it's a fantastic piece of kit, unbreakable. Let's have a look at the front end. So for me, this is where they've improved the bike. 41mm show-off, big piston forks, superb, upside down. A 110/80/19 Dunlop Trail Max. Cracking tyre, can't fault them at all. We also now have twin 296mm discs with Nissan 2-piston calipers. That looks similar sort of caliper to the ones on the Hornet and the Transalp, so can't fault them, can you? One good thing is we've got cast alley wheels, so it's tubeless. Wonderful. 6-speed chain drive. Gotta say, I think the pipe looks pretty good. The shock's hiding away inside. It's a single mono shock. Can't really see a lot, so we can't say much about it. Let's have a look at the back tyre. It is a 160/60/17 Trail Max again, and we have got a single 240mm disc with a 1-piston Nissan badge caliper. It's got all the bits and pieces in it, you can't really fault it. TFT, you can put the road sync app to it. There's 4 different packs, you can have the adventure, the travel, the urban, and the comfort. They've changed the colours for this year. You've got this lovely blue and you've got like a cobalty colour, Mark says, which looks very nice. The price has gone up slightly from last year. These are coming in now at £6,999 on the road. And they've got the 6-year warranty as well. How good is that? I think it's time we gave this a bit of thrash. What are you? Oh, by the way, if you've noticed, I've got a bit of a bridle on top of my Swede. I've got a bit of a problem with my head. I've had a bit of sun damage, so when I'm in the sun now, I have to wear a bridle. It's one of those things. Anyway, let's give it a bit of thrash. Okay then, YouTube, welcome back. One thing I have noticed is the slow speed control on the cable operated throttle of the 500 is not quite as smooth and as accurate for slow speed riding as the 750 and the 650. The 4-cylinder engine is so tractable, and the 750 twin is a peach. So here we go. 50 mile an hour down the hill, 6th gear. Very nice. As I say, I feel like my legs are tucked up a little bit. The seat's quite firm and the handlebars are slightly narrower and pull back slightly. So I would say if you was like 5'5" to 5'10", you'd be smack bang in the sweet spot for this bike. And with the 830mm seat, 1 I don't think you'd have any problems touching the floor if you were 5'5", 5'6". So it's a win-win situation, isn't it? 500 twin, no clutch. How wonderful's that? And we've caught the light, even better. The throttle, I think it's something that you'd soon get used to. You've just got to be accurate, smooth with it, feed it in, and it's perfect. I think if you throttle off and throttle on too quickly, it's just a little bit hard, but you'd soon ride round that. Yeah, nice. I've got to say, I preferred the 21/18 arrangement on the bigger bike than this 19/17. The actual rake handle on this is quite steep, and you get that impression it just feels like it's dropping in slightly. Yeah, I do. Yeah, overtake. So the pickup is not as instant as on a 750 or a 1000, but it's ample. It's got a bit more poke than my Himalayan. I've got to say, I do prefer my Himalayan because it's more comfortable. It's got a bigger seat. Although this has just got that little bit extra poke. But I don't know whether you'd really notice 40 to 46, to be honest. But here we are, 30 mile an hour, third gear. Drop it in fourth and we can still hold 30. That's lovely. That's nice. As we come round the bend, I'll just kick it down. Gearbox. I love Honda gearboxes. Gearbox is slick, beautiful. So as we come round the corner, we're going to drop it into a 20. So we're going to throttle off, drop it into second. We're doing 20. Well, 22 as it happens. I better slow down a bit. We're going to get it's one of those speed cameras. They're not cameras, they just tell you how fast you're going just up here. So we'll get a speedo accuracy check. So second gear, it's revving a bit, 3.5. Stick it in third. Yeah, that's a bit smoother. Overtake a few of these parked cars. As you see, if you're nice and gentle with that throttle, it's lovely. Well, there we go, 14, 15 we're doing, and it says 22 on the clock, so I think this one overreads by quite a lot. At least we know we're not speeding. Up the hill through the chicane. We're in third gear still. I'm going to have to pull over, there's a van coming. Well, there's another speed camera here. We was doing smack on 20 then. That's, by the way, the red was the van behind me, not me. As you say, did you feel that bit of a lag? Bit of a lag in the throttle? It's only a matter of time before they develop the next model, moving on from this, and it'll be fly-by-wire. Once it's fly-by-wire, it'll be fabulous, because Honda are so smooth and slick. Thank you, sir. So here we go, into the 50, just squeeze it a bit. Well, that was a nice gear change, wasn't it? Past the garage, all empty. We're going to drop it into third and do a third gear roll on across the top. Here we go, up to 5. There we go, 60 mile an hour, 6th gear, 5,000 revs. That's all right, isn't it? The screen is fairly effective. I'm definitely getting no buffeting. A lot of noise, but no buffeting. And we've also got this brace across the top, so you could put your old Aoocci on it. Hey, I've got something special, by the way. only for a couple of weeks. Use the code TLB25. How about that? 25% off at the moment if you want an Aoocci. TLB25. Anyway, just slowing down a bit. I'm not going to get an overtaking. It's too far between corner to corner, and this ain't really got the power. Cracking commuter. A lot of people are converting these into off-roaders and beefing up the suspension, all sorts, and I believe it's quite good. So here we go. Starts to flash, drop it to second, flashing, drop it to first. So let's just test this throttle out. So I'm being ever so gentle with it. Yeah, it's just not quite as smooth as the bigger bike. So just see what it rolls down the hill at. Second gear, throttle off. Comes down to 17, 18, put it in third. There we go, 20. So similar to the 750. Third gear, 20 mile an hour down the hill with no throttle. Here we go, national. Squeeze it up to 5,000. Yeah, I love that gearbox. Bit of brakes, tip it in. Feed it back in gently. Okay, we'll just clear this. We're doing 40 mile an hour, back brake. Okay, that's a bit of a stability device. It's very green, very new. Not a lot of cop. I'm just going to open it out onto the straight bit so I can see. Nobody behind. Front brake. Yeah, these front brake stoppers, you've got to change gear, by the way. So back into first, second, third. Up to the bend. As we come round the bend, we'll open it out straight and we'll do a brake test. Here we go, down the hill, front and back. Yeah, it's fine, absolutely fine. That bit of a rear is just enough to supplement the front and make it feel better. So here we go. So we're doing fifth gear, cog it down 2. Only a little bit of brake, not a lot. Here we go. I would say the handling's fairly neutral. It's not what I'd call good. I've got to say, I don't know whether it's me, I just don't seem to have that confidence in the geometry. It's probably me. So fourth gear up the hill. Let's see if we can get it up to 60 in fourth. There's 5,000 revs. Change it into fifth. 5,000 revs into top 60. That's respectable, isn't it? What more do you want? So here's a big long sweeper. Let's just tip it in. Look through the bend where you want to go, and it goes. That's fine. That's good. Old 60. Absolute sweet as a nut. It's a nice bike, this. It's a nice bike. Personally, it's not for lofty. But, as I said, if you're looking for a 500 that'll do 80 miles per gallon that you can do a bit of everything on, this is a cracker, isn't it? Right, we'll just cog it down a couple of cogs. Fifth, fourth, approaching Lofty's Island. Clear from the right, clear from the left. Third gear, there we go. Okie dokie. So, on the big island, we're going down the hill. We've got a fair amount of traffic. I'm not sure where they're all going. So we're in third gear. We're going down the dual carriageway. Let's see if we can wind it on. Okay, so 70 miles an hour, just over 4,500 revs, 5,000 revs, sorry. Yeah, screen's adequate. I'm getting no buffeting at all. It's a bit loud. I don't think a blade would make much difference. So here we go, just throttle it off. 5th gear. 4th gear. We're doing about 45 now, just wind it back in gently. I'm going to drop it into 3rd for the island. That's okay. Keep going round. It's all in a decent enough line. I think what it is with the throttle is there's a slight gap. I think you could probably adjust that out with the cables, you know. There's just a slight gap that you take up as you throttle. Anyway, here we go. 5th gear up the hill. 6th gear, 65, 70. No problem at all. Anyway, have you enjoyed this video? I've enjoyed making it. So if you've enjoyed the video, click on the like, subscribe, ring that little bell. Ask me a question. I'm only too pleased to answer your questions. We're nearly back at Dam Rules. Thank you very much to Mark for loaning me the bike. Cracking colour. Lovely. E-clutch. Something you know you probably don't need, but you do in reality. Does that make sense? I've not once felt tempted to touch it. So here we are now, we're coming to a virtual standstill. I'll just take that bit of a look. Can you see? That bit of a lag up in the throttle, and it's fine. I do honestly think that could be adjusted out. So we're going to take a left. We're all clear. Up to 30. So here we are back at Dam Rules. Anyway, this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.